larger than life. He'll give you strife. He's Todd. He's tall, he's mean. He's labeling machine. He's Todd. Rides a motorbike. He'll tell you what it's like. He's Todd. Don't know what he'll say. He'll scare the kids away. He's Todd. He's Todd.
Surprise, surprise. Hey, we're live again. We are live. Past couple of shows have been pre-recorded. Not a fan of those. Kelly likes the pre-recorded ones because she can get rid of all the cuss words and you know, I just don't like that. So we're back at you live this Thursday. Wonderful, beautiful sunny day here in northern San Diego County. And for all of those who aren't in northern San Diego County, it's beautiful. It's probably going to be, I don't know, 77, 78 today. So anyway, gosh, what's been happening? You know, we're only doing this once a month, and now, and you know, which is good. It gives me time to go sell some of this stuff, but it also gives me a little more time to create content, which means this show is going to be no different from any other show. Let's see what else has happened. Oh, let's see. I lost my front teeth. Got some new ones though. All right. I'm not going to pull them out for you. I pulled them out yesterday for Kelly, and she won't talk to me since. So anyway, it was a bridge I had for like 15 years. Knocked them out. Jackhammer knocked them out when I was working for the city of Carlsbad, California. And so when I expire, I may not have anything else, but I will always have my front teeth thanks to the city of Carlsbad, California. So anyway, I wanted to come on this morning and, well, first of all, thank you very much. Secondly, unequivocally tell you that size matters, right? You heard it here. There's lots of jokes out there about that. But I'm telling you, size makes the difference, particularly when you're talking about patch panels and faceplates. All right. And if I have a little of a lisp, it's because of this temporary thing. It's god awful. But nonetheless, let's go beyond that. So as a contractor, when I used to work for a living, oh, by the way, did you see my new ambiance out here? Oh, you can see the damn screen. Let's see. Oh, there, wait. Can you do that? Are you still going to see the screen? Anyway, isn't that cool? Yeah, look, I got some good smelling stuff coming out of it. But anyway, so when I was a contractor, some of the biggest issues I had were on patch panels and faceplates, right? Each manufacturer has different sizes, different port spacing on their patch panels. And so it became somewhat of a guessing game at that point. And I'm going to challenge you right now to go out to any manufacturer of connectivity and try and find their port spacing. Good luck. It's not out there. So what do? We take our printer, and yes, this was actually my printer when I was a contractor. The last job I did with this, I was working for Rexel up in Fort Collins, Colorado, and guy came in and wanted me to wire his building. And hi, John, good to see you. And this is, I think it's the old PTD 210 that uses the M1. It's not a good printer, and this tape in here is paper. But anyway, so patch panel. Picture me on a patch panel, right? A01-01 space. A01-02 space, right? So forth and whatnot. A space. Well, you print off that test strip and you put it up against a patch panel. It doesn't fit. So instead of using 5 spaces, I only needed 4, or vice versa. I still see so much of that going on out there to this day. I really do. And it's unfortunate because time is money. right? And so you got the technician out in the field that's doing test strips, and you're wasting tape too. Again, time is money. And then you got the consumable part of it. And again, I still see that. The other issue I had was on faceplates. And so, usually on a faceplate, generally the commercial faceplates have a little DESI window in it. And the first thing you do is you take your pick out of your pouch and you pop that little DESI window out that you're going to lose in the carpet anyway, right? And, one of the things that I tried and my guys tried is that you'd print off the label and you knew it was going to be too long. So you kind of fold the label, right, to fit inside that little DESI window space. But it doesn't work like that because it bows out that DESI strip window. And I know the folks that are watching know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to admit to it, but I know you've done it. So what happens at that point is you go to your pouch again and you take out your snips and you snip a little off the left and a little off the right. And if you're doing a whole floor, that's a lot of tape that ends up on the ground. And at night they come and they basically vacuum up profits. All right. So we don't want to do that. We just don't. So I'm going to show you a couple of things today. I'm going to show you on my iPhone. All right. And I'm going to actually show you, got another camera set up right here. You can't see, but I'm going to show you how you can do enter the port spacing on the app, spacing. And then I'm going to show you how to manually do it on the printer. But inside of every PTE 300, PTE 500, PTE 550, PTP 900C, PTP 950W, and PTE 800, damn, I'm on a roll today, right? There's one of these. And nobody pulls it out, right? If you look inside the cavity of the printer case, this is inside a little baggie, right? And this is your key to success right here. It's your patch panel ruler. And it works on, I haven't run across a patch panel that it has not worked on. Let's put it that way. Now, maybe if you go back to, oh, hell. I mean, I again, I've gone way, way, way back. Some old RIT patch panels, amp ACOs. Remember those out there? Yeah, again, this thing works. Okay. And the way it works is quite simple, right? Either pre-construction or after the rack or the patch panels on the rack, what you want to do is whip it out. You'll see that. So the way this works is the left edge of this card, you put it on the left edge of port number 1, right? Then you line up port number 4, the left edge of port number 4 with the corresponding numbers right here. That's going to give you your port spacing, all right? On a patch panel, I mean, this is fairly explanatory. And you just measure the on a faceplate, you just measure. I mean, there's no magic here, but the magic's up here. Left edge of port number 1, left edge of port number 4. And I believe there are instructions on here as well. If not, give me a call, send me an email. Crucial, right? If the techs out in the field lose this, all right, call me. I got a bunch of them, all right? The other thing is that, remember those little cell phone holders that, that go on the back here that you put your credit card in, all right? That actually, and I have one on here for a while, but that fits right in this little space. So that way you can take your patch panel ruler and just put it right inside there. I've actually got some of those as well. I got a whole box of those damn things. If you want some for the cruise, send me an email, give me a phone call. Love to get rid of them. But the little card condom is a good thing for the back of the patch panel or the printer here. Anyway, all right. So You got your port spacing now, right? You've measured from the left edge of port number 1 to the left edge of port number 4. Okay. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. And I'm going to ask Miss Kelly in the background if she'd be so nice as to bring up the screen that I previously shared. And here we go. All right. Good stuff here. All right. So the Pro Label tool, and if you haven't downloaded this thing, it's pretty freaking cool, man. And we're making some more changes to it. But as you can see, anything that you can do on the printer, you can do right here. All right. And it's got a bunch of templates and blah, 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 blah. But let's talk about a patch panel. All right. So tap on the patch panel. And as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff that just it doesn't make sense here. And I'm trying to change the verbiage on this. But again, you know, I don't know what these templates, right? I have no idea how long the length of these templates. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the very bottom, new patch panel. Aha. Here is where you're going to pick. In this case, I'm going to use a 3/8 inch tape. Here's where my port spacing is. So let's hypothetically say that I was doing a Leviton patch panel. All right, whatever. I can use, you know, there's Ortronics, Belden, but I'm going to pick on Leviton. In fact, let me unplug here. So that Leviton patch panel, again, hypothetical, is going to be a 0.62 inches. Number of ports. Now, here's where a lot of people get confused, right? This basically means the configuration of that patch panel. Generally, you got 24 going across. And if you got 24 solid ports going across, then yeah, you know, you're going to type in 24 ports going across, right? Most patch panels are going to be 6-packs. The some of the high densities or modulars, I should say, are going to be 4-packs. Okay, so then what we'll do is that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to hit done. All right, there's my template, perfectly measured. Now I've emailed myself a database, all right, ahead of time. I can either serialize this job like I do on my printer, but you know what? It's easier just to connect a database. So check this out. And watch how fast this is going to populate all these ports. So let's connect the database. I'm going to select the CSV. There's my database right there. All right. And there's a lot of them, a lot of data in there. But all I do is hit rearrange the data into the patch panel. It's done. All right. Done. Right. Remember, we had the 6-pack. And it's going to print off in 6-pack strips. So when I hit done, all I do now is I connect this app to the PTE 550W. Done. Freaking done. It doesn't get any easier. And again, me being a notorious tight ass, I wish I had this, you know, back in the day, because again, it saves so much time. And again, here's our 6-pack right here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's just going to keep going. All right. So again, beautiful, just a quick solution, but the key is right here. You don't want to start printing all this off, right? And you're a tick off. All right. So again, please use this. All right. It's a great tool. Faceplates. To avoid having to clip the left and right off, all right, which we don't want to do. I'm going to discard my changes. I'm going to go back here and we're going to go into a faceplate. Again, there's some preloaded templates. I'm not a fan. So I'm going to go with a new faceplate. All right. In this case, all right, because some of those faceplates are now the windows, the little Desi windows, they're a lot smaller. Most of the faceplates out there are 3/8 inch, but I've seen some manufacturers that are using 1/4 inch tape and they're vertical. All right. But that's all right. I can still do it. So I'm going to select point 35. Now let's say that on my patch panel ruler, and again, it's going to be down below here, right there, down below. Let's say on this, I'm going to have the 2.25. Okay. So backspace 2.25. All right. Number of ports. All right. Most faceplates, the Datacom faceplates I see are 2 and 2. 2 and 2. But let's say you have a biscuit block. Again, It's going to ask you how many ports, 2 ports, 3 ports, 5 ports, all right? Now, remember I mentioned vertical or horizontal. Most faceplates are still going to be horizontal. Some of the new ones are going to be vertical. But again, the whole idea behind this is get your port spacing in, because if you're too long, right, you're going to have to snip a little off there. If the faceplate label is going to be too short, then it looks like hell. All right. So anyway, all I'm going to do now is hit done. It comes up with my template. I can do the same damn thing. I can go into bringing in a database. All right. I can connect the database. All right. And again, here's our 2 ports perfectly lined. I hit done. Boom. Now faceplates, a lot of the times it doesn't follow the same alphanumeric scheme as the ports, and then the label on the backside, which is going to match your port ID. So what you can do is you can create a spreadsheet, right, that has, let's say, patch panel slash cable wrap in one column. Put your faceplates in another column, because I can actually go in here. If I had a database that had multiple columns, I can go into assign, and again, I've got 2 fields here, right? But I can basically select what columns to pull that data from. So again, just kind of a little tip for you right there. Okay. So that's how you do it on the app, which I what the hell happened there? Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Wow. All right. Anyway, so Kelly, let's get that off the screen, and I'm going to show you how to do it on a PTE 550W. All right. You can also do this on the PTE 300 I have up there. You can do this on the PTE 800. All right. You can do it on the 500. The only things that you can't do, all right, on the 300 and the 500 is you can't put databases in there. All right. You can still put the template. You can build that template for the patch panel of the faceplate using this. All right. But you can't use a database. You have to serialize. So I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, okay, good. I'm done showing that. All right. And let me get this crap out of the way, because I'm going to use my camera here. All right. So I'm going to switch views here for a second. I hope to God this work. We did a dry run and it worked out like a champ early. And hopefully nothing comes up on the screen that is potentially inappropriate. Okay, so drop down menu. I'm going to go with my Logitech Brio. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to try and do this off from an angle. All right. Again, it worked earlier, which means it's probably not going to work now. But anyway, here's my PTE 550W. That looks a lot better. Okay. On the PTE 550W, what you want to do is you want to press the patch panel. Here's where that port spacing was, and I think we did, what, a 0.62? All right, arrow down, and it's going to be a 6-pack. You can put whatever separator you want in there, a tick or a dash or whatever, right? You can also do vertical and horizontal patch panels, because a lot of those, sometimes those 2-port patch panels, all right, are in the vertical mode. So anyway, I'm just going to hit OK. I'm done. I'm done with that port spacing. All right. What I can do now is on the 550. All right. If I have a preloaded database, which I do there, all I do is I hit OK. I pick the column that I want to fill my patch panel with. I select the first item. I scroll down to everything I want to populate my patch panel with. I'm done. All right. And there's even a preview what it's going to look like. So, you know what? I don't like, you know what? Because I got a 0.94 tape in there right now. That's why it looks so damn big. But anyway, as you can see, I populated the patch panel based upon the database that I had in there. All right. You can also save these into the unit itself. All right. So if I want to go into, let's go menu, let's escape out of there. We'll go into file, save, hit OK. You have 99 spots you can save stuff on here. All right. So pick the spot, hit OK. Now I can type in whatever I want. Toddy. You hit the OK button. Okay. Now to bring that up again, the cool thing is I'm going to clear everything, text and format. What I'll do is I'll come in a file. I'm going to open a file. There it is. All I have to do is hit OK, change the data on there, either serialize it or otherwise, and I'm done. So it's so easy to do, right? Either by doing it in the app or from the actual printer itself. So real easy to do. Kelly, I'm gonna. Can you pop my my phone back up? Well, am I up there again? Oh, there I am. All right. So something else very cool about the app, and you're going to see a little more of this at Bixie. But I've done a lot of the work for you out there already. And what I mean by that is that, check this out. And here's some of the folks I'm working with, right? But look at this. Let's go back here. All right, let's go back to, okay. You recognize some of those names up there, right? What if I was a tech out in the field and I was doing, let's say, a Leviton job? Well, if you look right here, there's all their SKUs for their patch panels. Let's say I'm installing the second one, which is the 6910G-U48. I select that. It brings up the text. I connect the database. I click this, done. Now, I've just populated hundreds of patch panel ports, perfectly spaced to that SKU. So stay tuned. There's a lot of work to do on this thing. You're going to see a little bit more of it at Bixie, all right? But the whole idea, all right, is here for what I'm doing is to be able to help you out in the field, save more money, be more efficient, less mistakes, all right? The more you manually hand type stuff like this, all right? Kelly, you can get rid of that now, please. Or do I stop sharing? Hey, there I am. The more you manually type stuff like this, all right? And especially if you have, bare paws like this, you're going to make mistakes. I mean, look at the proportion of my finger next to these keys. I'm hitting 2 or 3 at a time, right? So I have been a victim of my own fat fingering out in the field. So again, I talk the talk because I walk the walk, right? I've done all of this stuff before. And as a former company owner, contractor owner, if I had a nickel for every label that I wasted, I wouldn't be a glorified sticker salesman now, coming to you live on a Thursday. I'd be retired at my old age, right? But that's just kind of kidding around. I love what I do. I really do. But nonetheless, is that if you can either serialize it, all right, where you type in your first port, you tell the printer or you tell the app how many ports you're doing, it builds a job for you. So either use serialization, or if it's a larger job, use the database, right? And again, if your techs are out in the field, as long as they can receive an email attachment, which is that, let's say that database, they save it right to the phone. And then the app actually goes out and looks for it because it's a CSV. All right. 1024. Let's see what else. What else did I have to talk about here? Oh, the app itself, Android and iOS. I don't know if you guys saw all the burner phones sitting in my little workspace here with my tablets, and I try it on everything, and it works like a champ. If you have any questions on this, give me a shout. That's what I'm here for. It's all about education, right? And the more that you're educated, the less mistakes you're going to make, the more proficient you're going to be out in the field. So again, contact me anytime, whether it's to build a database or questions on the patch panel ruler. If you need more patch panel rulers, again, reach out. Now you can do the same thing, and I'm not going to go into our P-Touch editor software. I hate this. But anyway, you can also do this on our P-Touch editor software, right? So the P-Touch editor software has basically the same type of attributes. Ooh, that was a big word for a Thursday. As the printer does and the app does, where it's got a cable labeling wizard. You go in, you select the patch panel, you build your patch panel template, you can connect the database to it. And if you have a printer that is tethered to a PC, such as our larger printers, our desktop printers, you can print right to the printer directly from our P-Touch editor software. And by the way, this one is, oh, here it is over here. All right, this one is PC connectable as well. All right, so again, there's just a plethora, two big words, of ways you can do this. And again, less mistakes and be more proficient and wasting less consumables. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's the way that you get some of your margin back. You know, these days specifically, man, I'm telling you, I can't wait for the real ones to come in. But anyway, I hope that was informative, educational. All right. Again, reach out. Anything labeling, reach out. And you know, if I cannot help you, which is highly unlikely, then you know I got ways. I know some people. All right. But with that being said, what is it? 10:27, man. 10:27. Oh, my life is just going to hell. Hey, by the way, John Pinello, I know you're watching. You're as old as dirt anyway, so you're probably going through some of the same stuff. Anyway, and the same with my brother. Oh my God, he's like Methuselah, Sammy Methuselah. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Kelly, in the background. For our next show. All right. Normally at this point, we show what's going on the next show. And I think, Kelly, I believe you said it was pro audio video. And the reason why it's pro audio video is I just did one of the largest pro audio video jobs in the world. And it happens to be in Las Vegas. And I don't know if I can drop names, but I'm not. But it's shaped like a big dome. In fact, I'll be there next week to see you too. Me and Sam are heading out to see you too. So, you know, knowing that just about every label in this dome thing I'm talking about is a brother label, that's going to be kind of cool. So anyway, as far as our next show, it's going to be pro audio video. And based upon my learning experience with that project I just had and the way that Pro AV is basically getting into the networks space. We'll talk about that a little bit. I also normally show you the contact information. You don't need to contact those guys anyway. Just contact me. All right. And if you don't have my contact information, it's on bswithtodd.com. Don't forget my YouTube channel, 22,000 subscribers. When show me the money. When do I get paid, Kelly? When do I get my check? I'm supposed to get a plaque or something like that, some recognition, but nothing, zilch. But anyway, you're down, huh? I'm down to 19.9. Oh, that's a mistake. Huh. You scared some people off, she said. Good. All right. Anyway, so a lot of information on www.bswithtodd.com, YouTube channel. I've talked too much. I'm getting cotton mouth right now. Thank you very much. 10:29. Kelly's telling me to wrap it up, but I got another minute. No, anyway, thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Pro audio video. Thanks.